Stand on and the one in the place. Some funny ass shit. What time is this thing going on? Must be on now, obviously. Hey, Blue Nile, how you doing? I'm good. How's it going? Any updates on life? Oh yes, that's cool. 2, 3, bottom of the 8th. Yeah. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, shit. Totally forgot about that. Let me see what she says here. I was really hoping for the glycol. Anyway, I don't fucking care about that shit. What's going on? You're laughing. I swear, man. It's not easy. It's never easy, you know? People be whack as fuck. Shit. What's if you people calling me different names? Brunel called me Make, and now Lisa called me Bark. Make Bark. Roof. Dang. That's calling me names already. I ain't even been here for 5 minutes. I'm just teasing. How you doing, Lisa? Yeah, it's all good. It's the life that we're in. Yeah, always got to deal with bullshit every day. Ain't nothing changed. Nah, that's all right, Lisa. I'm just teasing. It's all good. You can call me any names except for certain names, you know, which I know none of you will call me that. Blue Nile, I got your donation. Thanks. You can ask your question when you're ready. How will my land law exam go? I've been studying for a month, and it's difficult. It's difficult one. Okay, cool. Let me check. Lisa. Place. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. I feel like it'll go okay, but you might not get like the grade you really was hoping for. That's what I'm getting. Like you're obviously gonna take the exam, but it might not be like what you're really hoping for, but you'll get a grade that. Let me just shuffle again. Let's see what it's called. I mean, so you're taking the exam on the 7th, right? So that means the results, you won't get to the results to the next day, maybe? Like, do you get the results like immediately or? Oh, all right. Well, let me ask that question then. Because the way I asked the question, it probably didn't answer it properly. I didn't know that. So you got to be specific so I can be specific. Let me check. All right. It's all good. Because you said, how will the land law exam go? Right? You're not asking me for the results. How will it go? It's going to go like, it's going to go okay, but you're going to feel like, like shitty about it, which you're probably going to be nervous or whatever. Right. So let's ask the question differently. Let's ask are the results going to be what you want? Right? Oh, it's still telling me like the same thing. It's telling me like you're gonna pass, but it might not be what you really want. It could actually be like, is it a possibility that it's gonna get like canceled for another day? Is that like possible or no? I don't know. I kind of get like it's not even gonna happen. Like it's telling me like, oh, bad shit, and then it's got like one good thing here. And I pulled cards twice already, and it said the same thing. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's almost like the exam's not gonna happen on that date, and maybe a different date. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't have a calendar. It doesn't show me a calendar date, but it's saying that it's possible that it might not even happen on the 7th. Yeah, you know. It's kind of telling me that it's not going to happen on that date. And then if it does happen on that date, your fear of taking it is the most, thing that I see here. But it says you're going to pass, but it's not going to be what you expect it to be. But it'll be sufficient enough. Like you probably want a higher grade, but you probably won't get that exact grade you want. Because the cards are all over the place saying like, uh, yeah. Because I'm not really getting like a concrete answer here. because the actual, see, when you give me dates of to check something on, it might be different. So there's two things I see here. It's either it's gonna get canceled to another date, or it's gonna happen on that day, and you're gonna feel all crazy and shitty, and you're gonna be nervous, and eventually, you're gonna get the grade, and it's gonna be okay. You passed, and when you get the grade, you're like, "Fuck! I wish I would have got a little bit more points out of that." But oh well, whatever. That type of vibe. It says you'll pass, but it doesn't say you're gonna be happy with like what you get. You'd be happy with a little bit more, which everybody would be, right? So hmm, I don't know. It's weird. The cards like say that it's gonna, you know. Yeah, I even got like the tower card, so that tells me that the exam might not even happen on that day. Like something might happen where it's not gonna happen. But if it does happen, something will, some like it's either gonna get canceled, or they're gonna move it to a different time or a different like date, something to that effect. Because the way the cards come out, it tells me that the exam is not even gonna happen on that day. I mean, it's the fifth today, right? So, well, six where you are in the morning. So, I would say maybe they're gonna say, that they're gonna move it to the next day or whatever, or next week or whatever. But if this isn't an actual cancel, maybe it's like, you know, something happens where you don't end up finishing it or something, like a fire alarm goes off or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? But the way the cards are, it's not being very specific about exactly what it is. It's just saying no, it might not happen. But the end result, it says that you'll pass, but you won't be happy. There you go. So it might be like something like that. It might be something where something happens where it doesn't happen, like it just gets canceled, or I don't know, fire alarm or some bullshit, or maybe the person doing the exam, like the teacher or whatever, gets sick or something. I don't fucking know. I can't. The cards won't say exactly what it is. I'd have to ask every fucking question in the world. Nah, I don't get it. It doesn't say like a person. It just says that the actual exam. The actual like doing it. It's nothing to do with you. Mm. Remember, I'm asking about the exam, not you. So like, I'm asking the exam will actually, you know, happen. Saying no. Saying it might get moved or canceled. So let's hope that it does happen, or and it changes. I mean, it's still a day and a bit away, right? So that's what it says. It says you'll pass. It might not be, what you're hoping. So, like, say if passing is 60 and you get like a 70 and you really wanted an 80, you know, you might not get it. Well, you can still, like, you still have the power to change that. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go then. If passing is 40, then I feel like you might get like a 55 or something like that. You'd be like, shit, I want a 65. But anyway, I passed. Fuck it. So, okay, Barbie. So just be hopeful. Just keep studying. See if you can talk to somebody else who's taking it, maybe. Yeah. Maybe they can give you some insight on it or whatever. But I feel like you got this. You'd be all right. I feel like you'd be all right. My nephew is messaging me. Hold on a sec. This boy be sending memes of bullshit every day. Okay, Blue Nile, take care. I wish you the best, and don't stress. Just try to, you know, just know that spirit's helping you, and you'll pass, and you'll be fine. Good night and good morning. Sleep tight. Stay positive. So Barbie, what's going on? All good? It's raining there? Yeah, it's sprinkling here on and off. You know. All day? Oh man, that sucks. Actually, let me see if I can find something real quick. Okay, cool. I have no sink of dishes. I gotta knock out. Okay. I knocked out my dishes earlier. I went live earlier and did my dishes, so that should have motivated you to do yours. Oh Lord have mercy. I tell you, man. There's always some fucking bullshit. I need what in the world is that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Barbie said, had my grandmother visit. I had to take her to Spectrum to fix her phone. Got locked out, then we grabbed little Cinco de Mayo food, Mexican food, rice, cheese sauce. Oh man, that sounds good. Oh, your granddaughter. I could have sworn you said grandmother. I'm like, what? Granddaughter. That's nice, Barbie. Yeah, scrub, scrub, scrub. I took my mom to the city today to go get. She went. I took her to my sister's job, and she got 2 new pillows. I got a picture frame for my dad's funeral. What you call it? Like any other little Oh my god, what the fuck you call it now? It's just on the tip of my tongue. The program, like the funeral program they have with all the pictures in and all that. I wanted to like put it in a frame so it doesn't get messed up, and which is above my head there in that white all white frame. So I got that today at my sister's job too, so I can put the program in there in a frame so that way it doesn't get messed up. And and got my mom a scented candle so when we cook fish or anything at our house, we can put a scented candle on to take away the smell. And then we went to the grocery store. She went to go get some stuff there. Then it was nothing really decent for lunch that they had there, so we ended up going home. And then before my mom's house, there's like a pizza place, so we got a slice of pizza each and some chicken wings. So yeah, that's how what I did this morning, right up until lunch. Then I came home, went live, did my dishes. Then I went to pick up my nephew. Then I did some other little odds and ends here and there. And now I'm here. My Red Sox were winning 10-4. That's why I came on live. I was like, I don't need to see the rest of this game. It's in the 8th inning. Let me see what the score was. Yeah, 10-3. They won 10-3, the Red Sox. 2 wins in a row. Yeah. About damn time. They beat the Detroit Tigers 10-3. That's what's up. By the time they start winning, they play tomorrow again against the Tigers again. So hopefully we can kick their ass again and make it 3 in a row. Cardinals got rained out. That sucks. Yeah. I did my dishes earlier, thank God. And tonight I had my sister made spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread. So that was my dinner tonight. For breakfast, I had one of those microwave breakfast sandwiches. I like those. I eat them like twice a week. I didn't feel like cooking. So I ate that this morning. Then lunch, I had pizza and chicken wings with my mom. And then dinner, my sister made dinner. So it's been a perfect day. I didn't have to make anything. It's the first day I haven't made food, like physically made food in a pot or a pan. And then for dessert, I had, um, there's danishes. There's like spiral looking danishes with the cinnamon and the icing on it. I had one of those little small one. It comes in like a little package at the pizza place, so I bought one. Said I'll have this for dessert. And I had a Pepsi today. So yeah, it's been good. Tomorrow I want to try and fix this hole in the ceiling. See if I can get at least to get the drywall up there. I got to put another piece of wood in it so I can secure the actual drywall piece so it doesn't crack. So I got to do that tomorrow morning. And it's been raining on and off. Every now and then a shower comes. Okay, yeah. Plasma in the morning. And I do want to go to the eye doctor place. I need to get my eyes checked and get some different glasses for when I DJ. I need to do that too. I need to go down there and just get my eyes checked and get some decent glasses for that. I might do that tomorrow or the next day or when I feel like it. I don't know yet. I'm just going to go down there and talk to somebody first and see what my options are. Because I don't really like the place that my parents go, my sister and everybody goes to that place. I don't really like that place. They're a joke. When I went there to get my dad's glasses and it came out all wrong and shit. I don't know, I just don't like that place that much. So I might find another option. See what other places are out there. I think I might set a date aside on Thursday and just park my van and just go to all the places and see what I'm up against and see what they can do. Doesn't hurt to go to a few places to check, see what my options are. Because I know the type of glasses I want, but I don't know if I can get them. If I can get them, I want to order them. So we shall see. We shall see. Otherwise, that has been a good day. National Stadium. I'm surprised it's going to be down there. That's crazy. Here you can take your prescription and get frames elsewhere. Yeah, same here. Hey T Rose, how you doing? You good? Happy Cinco de Mayo. What you up to? What you doing for Cinco de Mayo? Getting drunk? Dancing? Yeah, I need to take my because I got my glasses done at LensCrafters 6 years ago, and I haven't been for a checkup or anything since. So, you know, so I'm gonna take my glasses with me and then tell them I want a certain frame and get them to put it in there. So I might not even have to take any tests or any bullshit like that, but I'm sure they're gonna make me do it, guaranteed. You gotta go work tomorrow? Oh yeah. Making taco salad for dinner. Hey Bruno. Yeah, I just got it. Thanks. I thought you said you was going to sleep. Actually, no, you said you was gonna do an essay. My bad. Making taco salad for dinner sounds good. I had spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread. Well, now that you say that, maybe that's why I got the cards I got. I swear, woman, I tell you. That's why the cards roll all over the place because you're worried about that. Duh. That question I already answered. See? It's indirectly answered. I swear, I don't know. I just think people just like to see me pull cards and just like this. Just love me, I guess. I guess what I say is goes in one ear and comes out the other. Oh, Jesus, please help me. Lord Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me. Help me, Lord Jesus. Mm. Well, it says that you're going to be fine as far as that aspect. I don't think she's going to affect you at all. If she has dark hair, then I would say that she's reversed here. So I would say that things would diminish between you and her. Like things are like whatever. It's going to be, she's going to not be a factor. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You leave me already? All right. Mwah. Good night. So, Blue Nile, I would say that just hide your emotions, be practical, do what you got to do, you know, don't worry about it. I feel like she won't do anything to you because she's probably, scared of the result. She's reversed here, so she's not going to be a problem. It says you'll be fine, and it says just use your common sense to do anything stupid, obviously. You know, keep your judgments to yourself. You're going there to do a test. You come up as the high priestess. So that's somebody who, go in there to do an exam, do what you gotta do, stick to yourself, and she's not gonna be a factor because she's reversed. So I do get the woman here that's you're talking about. But I still see delays and stuff that's not gonna happen. So it's weird. It's still weird. I still get like that the feeling that that exam ain't gonna happen or something's gonna go down. But it's nothing to do with you personally. But I don't know. Or maybe this energy I'm getting is just your fear of going there that day and taking the exam and worrying about passing and worrying about her and worrying and worrying and worrying and worrying. So the cards pick up more of your energy and your fear. So maybe that's what it is. That's why the cards keep this time it came out a little better because of her not being a factor. It's not her. You see what I'm saying? It's not her. Right, I'll take the delay. It gives me extra time. Right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all I said was it might be delays there. Like a cancellation or a delay or some bullshit like that. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Well, something's gonna happen that day, but it's nothing like, that's gonna be a major issue. Like I said, it's either gonna get canceled, get moved, or a time change or something like that. And if it isn't, it's probably just picking up your fear or your worry, because that's what usually happens. Is the cards pick up so much of your worry? Because remember, the cards tap into you, so it's just like yeah. So if it isn't that, because now all of this information you're giving me, now this is why. See, now you're worried about that damn woman. You're worried about passing. You're feeling nervous. That's why the cards are coming out all crazy because of your energy. It's picking up you. And then you told me that. So that's why. See? That's why I keep telling you all the time. Keep rising to the top and don't worry about what these people are saying or doing. Fuck them. You know, it don't make sense. It don't make sense worrying about it. Just go there, sit down, be confident, do your exam, finish it, and roll. Go, do what you gotta do. So if you don't think they're gonna reschedule it or it's gonna get canceled, then it's probably your worry and worrying about that dumbass chick and worrying about passing. So try not to worry. That way it'll be a more positive outcome. Like I say all the time. Like I say all the time, like it's I see that being a possible situation where they're gonna cancel it because the way the cards are coming out is saying it's gonna get canceled for some reason, but it's not gonna be because of you. But or nothing's gonna happen to you. It says, you know. But I still get it. Here, this is the third time I've pulled cards, and it says like delays, fear, you know, something that's not gonna be concluded, shit like that. So that's what it probably is. It's probably like you just worrying about it, and maybe it is gonna get canceled. You never know. They might be like, "Look, we can't do this shit. We're gonna end up doing it on the next week," or they might say, "Hey, look, you can't do it in the building because something happened, or in this room. So now we're gonna do it online, or some bullshit like that." I don't know. You might get your wish, but if it doesn't get canceled, like I said, if it doesn't, then my only other answer would be it's you fearing that that's gonna happen, or fearing that you got to take the exam with some idiots. Yeah, I would say so. You'll be all right. Trust me, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna work out okay. You'll be okay. It always does. Remember, what's meant to happen for you is gonna happen for you. What doesn't happen, it means that God said no. We're not gonna do this. You know? Okay. Well, there you go. But remember, you can always change those things. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're not getting your results for months from now. So things can happen. But let's hope that, let's hope it works out and just stay positive. That's the best thing to do. And you should be fine. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You'll be fine. It'll be good. I promise. I promise it'll be good. Yep, study until you walk into that door. That's all. You're welcome, sweetheart. You'll be all right. Well, just keep to it, stick to it, and I have no reason not to believe you won't pass and everything's gonna go all right. It's just fear. That's all. Don't fear it. Yeah. Talk to spirit. Say, hey, look, guys, I need you. I need you to help me pass this fucking exam. I need you to give me something here. Help me out. Take the wheel. Yeah, please do. Always keep me updated. Let me know what's up. And if anything changes, we'll check it. That's all. It's no big deal. We'll be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. No woman, no cry. Harvey says, best of luck, youngster. Good night, Bruna. Take care, sweetheart. Go get your beauty rest. Feel good and look good tomorrow. Do your thing. The woman I cry. I turned my AC on because it was humid as fuck. Fiona was watching me. How you doing, Fiona? You good? No, not yet. Not yet. I've been on here for 48 minutes, but I haven't seen her yet. I'm sure she'll come by. Oh, it came in? Oh, cool. You like it? Dan got his as well. Dan got his, I think on Thursday or Friday, Dan got his. That's cool. That's so nice of Tanya to do that. Yeah, she is. She loves to make stuff. I'm proud of her. She's come a long way. Love you, Tanya. Actually, yeah, she said that the last time I spoke to her in here, I think it was today. Yeah, it was today. 'Cause I've been live 3 times today. Yeah, I've been live 3 times. She told me that the truck is running great. She's back in her camper, and she's fine. Barbie said I make a lot of trouble. I make shit happen. That's what I do. I make shit happen. At least I want to make shit happen. Holy shit, that was loud. Good now. Yeah, you know. When we get older, those things happen. I used to be a shit starter and an aggravator. Right up until my late 30s. Well, you can write it on there. Just say from Tanya, uh, Cinco de Mayo, 2026. You can write it on there. You can write it on the back. That's all. I actually got a picture frame today. It's above my head right here. That white picture frame has got my dad's funeral program in it. I've had it for months now, and it's just like it was just leaning up against like my TV over there, and I didn't want it to get like deformed or messed up, so I put it in a picture frame so I can always have it, so it won't go bad. So yeah, I found a picture frame big enough with a white background, so I did that today. I've been meaning to do it for the longest time, but I finally found a picture frame decent enough. But it's pretty tight because the actual the actual program is pretty thick. So, but it works. It's fine. It just needs to stay in the frame for a bit, clamped down, so that way it'll fit properly. But it's fine. It's a little crooked too, so I have to like take it back up. But I said I'm gonna leave it overnight, so that way it's easier to put back. So yeah, I did that today. So I got my nephews up there, my dad. I got a few pictures of myself when I was younger. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I might actually get like a I might actually get like a. But no, I don't know. Maybe my mom. I don't know if she wants one or not. Cause I went there with her today, but she didn't say she wanted one too. Next time she comes here, I'm gonna show her that frame and ask if she wants me to get her one so she can put hers in there too. So I don't know. But that picture of him, he's sitting next to me on a boat. Oh hey Joey, how was your trip? Did you eat some nice brownies? Cake? Tell us all about it. Yeah, I'm glad you're home safe and sound. That's a good thing. I don't have to send out the FBI for you. I haven't been away in over 6 years, and I don't even feel like going away. I really don't. I'm not in the mood to travel. I might though eventually, but I don't know. You said you were right in your territory, nice place to visit. And with the economy status, it would be better to move if I have a job there. Well, there you go. It's nice for you to check it out to see what you're up against. So now it's all up to you, Joey. Well, that's also a good sign, right? That's also a good sign. Maybe it was meant to happen so you could feel good there. Maybe it's time for that change. That's something, I mean, for me, in order for me to actually move out of Bermuda, it'll be a miracle because I don't see myself ever leaving here because I love living here. There's no there's nothing really to worry about here like that. Like I said, the worst thing that happens here is hurricanes, and that's it. And it only lasts a day. So, you know, when it does happen. So I don't think I can ever move out of here unless I had a really, really good option, which I highly doubt. Well, yeah, they don't really like each other, Fiona. Americans and Canadians don't really like each other like that. They both think that they're better than each other, which is normal. That's nice. That's nice, Joe. I'm glad you had conversations and you can be yourself. You can be yourself in another place. So that's great. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you met people and talked to them. I mean, it's not everybody, obviously. Yeah, I want a brownie too. I'm stuffed right now, dude. I'm good. I have a brownie tomorrow. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there's those things in life where and wherever you go, there's gonna be some bullshit, right? Where people act like that. All you gotta do is divert yourself from those things. I find that when I divert myself from negativity or negative situations or people, life is just better. You can't fix stupid. It's just the way it is. Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? Oh, well, that's nice, Joey. I'm glad you had such a great time that you extended your trip. Yeah, why not? Every a lot of times when I go away, when I go to Boston or New York or Portugal or wherever I go, I always feel like everyone is kind and people are nice and people I mean, but Bermuda, everyone's nice. A lot of people are nice in Bermuda too. Like when you go into a store, people are like, laughing, having fun, talk to you, say good afternoon, good morning, how you doing? People are very much friendly here. But you get the odd. Like today, I was walking down the street, and this crackhead on the side of the road, he looked at me. And he goes, "Oh, what's up, brother? You good?" And I didn't say anything to him. And he's like, "Oh, I see how it is. Yeah, well, you keep going, you keep going." And my mom's like, "He's talking to you." I said, "Yeah, I don't care, mom. Just let him talk. Don't look back and just let him talk to himself." Because I know what he's gonna ask me. I know exactly what he's gonna ask me. He's gonna say, "Hey, bro, you got some change? You got some money?" And I really ain't got no time to be listening to that. If you can walk, talk, eat, sleep, and shit, you can go get a job. Don't bullshit me with all this bullshit. You got clothes on your back and you can walk around and do shit and go get a damn job. Don't be asking me for no damn money. In Bermuda, it's getting worse actually. Fucking idiot. But otherwise, that it don't bother me. Well, now you know. See, and that's the whole thing. Once you put your, the thing is, Joey, once you put your energy in a place, right, that you feel good at, so good that you extended your stay, right? So that's a positive thing already. So now that you've put your whole energy into this place and you feel like you can go over there and get a job and live your life, then that can happen if you really wanted to. It's up to you at the end of the day, you know? And you might not even have to fight hard to get it. All you gotta do is find, a place to live and a job and do your research. So that's what it's all about. I always tell people when people say, "Oh, I want to come to Bermuda and work." Yeah, you can if you want. It's life. Go for it. If you think you can handle it. Me, I'm staying here. I love my country. I love what I do, and I'm happy. So it don't bother me. I don't think I'll ever go anywhere unless I meet a rich ass woman that will give me medical insurance and mutual funds and a house to live in so I don't have to work. But because that's not going to happen, then I'm just going to stay here. Dan, you said you're good. You had a little time with doctor. I'm planning it early. We saw some apartments and they were cute and not very expensive. The cost of groceries was the same as my city. Dad wants a cougar with good social security benefits. Oh shit. You got to explore the city and meet up with old friends. Oh, that's nice, Joey. Man, I'm really happy you had a good trip and you did all that stuff. At the airport, I ran into a former coworker and asked me to send him my resume, and he would check with his company and add, no way. See that? There you go, Joey. See, God loves you. See what happens when you know your brownie twin has all his best, you know, faith in you. I don't know who that is. Q. Yeah, that's really nice, Joey. I'm so glad that you know that it all worked out. See how things kind of happen when you actually put yourself there, and if you didn't extend your trip, you wouldn't have met the coworker at the airport. See, you got to think about things like that. So because you want this to happen, spirit just says, okay, what can I do to make this actually happen? All right, we're gonna do this, and this, and bang, it works. See, that's a blessing. See, that's all you got to do is ask, and they'll help you more than willingly. That's why things happen for you. I try to tell people this every day. You know, yeah. See, and that's all that matters. That's why it's very important to be positive, to actually say what you do and do what you say. And it's always good to go with your instincts and to say, you know what, I want to stay longer. Fuck this, I'm staying. Or, I'm going to do that. And then things happen. That's why those things happen. It all happened for a reason. And that's why it ended up being successful. And you never know. You might end up being there sooner than you think. But the thing is, you have to put your energy there first. Once the energy's there, then everything just works out. Pretty much, that's how it works. I can only say and do so much, and so can you. But if we actually get off our ass and make it happen, then things happen. Well, that's what happens when you bump into good people that actually give a shit about you. You know, it's nice. It's a good thing. It's nice to have people that actually give a shit about you or would actually go out of their way to help you. I find that when I do that, I always get some good results. So, good karma all around. See, that's what happens when you're a good person. You eventually get good things happen. All it took was going on the trip, putting your energy there, feeling good, positive vibes. There you go. Amen. Only you can say it. Only you can say yes to whatever comes towards you. So I wish you the best, Joey. Always. You deserve it, just like we all deserve good things in our lives. And it's crazy because I heard this lady on TikTok say um, that we can get good things and we can live a good life, but the devil doesn't want you to. So if you remain negative and stagnant, then the devil's like, good, stay that way. Don't excel. Don't be good. I don't want you to believe in God. I don't want you to believe in spirit. I want you to believe that everything's okay the way it is because that's what the devil wants. So if you say, fuck that, I'm going to make this shit happen, and I believe that God and spirit's going to make that happen, then it's going to happen. Well, I met so much great people when I went away that I still have friends, those same friends still today. I've traveled so much in my life that I finally took a break from traveling because I wanted to save all the money I can so I can take care of myself here, and make sure I have enough money and not spend it on dumbass trips all the time. So I've been around the world and I've had my share of trips. I'm not saying I'm never going to go away again. I just don't feel like it. But if it benefits you, then great. Me personally, I just want to take a long break from traveling. And I just don't need to travel. I don't want to travel. I just want to be home and do my thing. And that's what I want to do. So everybody has their different paths and things they want to do. So that's great. I'm glad it worked out for you, Joey. That's all. Hey, Christy. How you doing, Shawty? You good? It's nice hearing some good news. Why not? Good news is good. You good? Good? How's your Yeah, I'm good. I'm always good. I had a good day with my mom today. I took her to the city, did some shopping with her, had lunch with her, and I did what I had to do at home. I've been live 3 times today. I washed dishes, then I came live early and came live again today. It's been quiet on the social media side on the DJ world. It's pretty quiet today. Yesterday was fucking nuts, but today it's been quiet. But it's nice. And how is your kitty cat doing? Is he better now? You had some great food. You found this amazing Greek restaurant that had the best baklava, not sweet, flaky, tasted like apple pie with an apple. Oh, nice. I knew you was gonna try the food. It's always nice eating like different, foods and shit from other countries and places. He's doing really good. Thanks for asking. Healthy man. Ah, yay. Good. I'm glad. I knew you were worried about your cat and stuff, so I'm glad he's okay. Yay. That's good. Everybody's animal that was messed up is now good. See, I told you guys gotta have the faith. We had a great cheesecake with chocolate. No calories at this restaurant. The steak sandwich was finished. Oh, nice. Sounds good. I had steak with my mom last week. I haven't had no cheesecake in a while. I might go get some tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate cheesecake. Shit. I used to eat it all the time. I used to get these ones that came in these three little pieces of cheesecake. It's like one with strawberry swirls. The other one was half chocolate and half cheesecake, and the other one was just plain cheesecake. It's like one plain, one with strawberry, and one with like chocolate, the chocolate crust, and then the actual cheesecake with like the chocolate little things on top, whatever the heck it's called. Oh, well, that's good. Greek restaurant. Sophie, you said, hi, Fiona, my favorite mod. Where did she mod to? Tell me your favorite mod. Salad and gyros. We used to have gyros, a gyro place here. I knew that was coming. Don't tell him, Sophie. Don't spill the beans, Sophie. You ain't gotta tell me. It's cool. My hotel had a kitchen, so I ate lunch out, my breakfast and dinner in my room. Oh, that's nice, Joey. That's good. It's always a plus for your hotel to have food, so you don't have to really go anywhere. Oh, you mean your hotel had a kitchen? Like you had a kitchen in your room? You mean? I know, right, Dan? Shit, it ain't been 40 years for me, but I was like probably 19, 20. Oh, okay, your hotel had a full kitchen. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah, that's even better. I would rather have a hotel with a, I mean, yeah, a hotel room with a kitchen so I can make my own damn shit and go to the store and get it. So that was nice. Yeah, I'm a Mexican on Cinco de Mayo. I'm Portuguese every other day, but I'm a Mexican today. Thanks for shouting out Cinco de Mayo. I appreciate it. Did you get me anything? There was a place that I used to DJ at, and after it was open till like 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that. They would open up at like midnight, and they would make gyros. And I remember eating a shit ton of those, man. We used to go, hey yo, you ready? We're gonna go get a gyro downstairs, man. I'm starving. I was like, yeah, get me one, bro. They would come like all wrapped up in tinfoil. And then I used to get like mayonnaise on it or ketchup or whatever. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Where's my sombrero? I sold it. Somebody needed it for tonight. Cinco de Mayo. Taco Tuesday. Isn't that weird how it ended up on Taco Tuesday? Cinco de Mayo. And Mexicans be going crazy. Tacos and beer. Pita bread, hummus, and chicken souvlaki. Beyond amazing. That's good, Joey. I'm glad you had all that wonderful food. Fiona, you said you love pita bread. It's made on, but can't do the lamb. Oh yeah, I don't eat lamb. Hell no. Oh, nice hotel. I've had Mexican. Like I said, my cousin and best friend's Mexican. He makes a lot of nice Mexican food. Sometimes during the summertime, and he's free and I'm free, we get together and we make lobster or we make some like nice Mexican food and shit. He likes all the spices and all that shit. That shit would turn my ass crazy. Fuck that. I love Mexican food. Mexican food is nice. I've had it tons of times. I eat Mexican food. Some of it's like Portuguese food, but I rather eat Portuguese food. Probably my favorite food is obviously fish and lobster. But I love eating like fish, pan fried fish with like a nice sauce, macaroni and cheese, peas and rice, and coleslaw. That's like the perfect dinner for me, to be honest. That's what I love the most. And if it isn't fish, I would have chicken, like chicken breast in a nice sauce or some mac and cheese, peas and rice, and coleslaw. If I have a plate like that, I'll be in heaven. That's like my favorite foods to eat. Or I'll have a lobster with some stuffing, some vegetables. I'm good to go. But when I eat tacos a lot different from Mexicans do. If I eat a taco in front of a Mexican, he'll probably slap me. Mm. Oh, I know. That's like my damn cousin. He be eating that spicy ass Mexican food. I eat it, my eyes start watering. I said, look, bro, I can't handle that shit. You did a lot of exercise, Joey. The hotel had a gym, walked everywhere, walked 10 miles. Oh, nice. That's good. So you got like the whole 9 yards. You got your workout, your food. You got to see friends. You might possibly have a place to live and get a job. That's great, Joey. I'm so happy for you. That's nice. That's good. In a restaurant once, a waiter tried to take my order in Spanish. That happened to me. That happened to me in Germany. My friend was in the bathroom, and the guy comes up. I'm like, what? I was like, oh no, I don't speak German. Oh, English. Oh, okay, sir. Yes, we have this for you. Then I was like, look, my friend's in the bathroom. He's coming out. He speaks German. He goes, oh, that's okay. I speak English. And I was like, all right, bro, you can't look at me and tell me I'm German, bro. I can't speak no damn German. I was outside at the pizza place. I was just talking to my friend from Germany about that place. He says it's still there too. That shit was so long ago. Fucking hell. Okay, Dan. Yeah, that's fine, Joey. Just at least you know that it's a possibility. There's a lot of people that come in here with Mexican, genes or Mexican like backgrounds and stuff. Tons of people that come in here like that. Every time I go to Boston and I go to Sears, right? You speak Spanish? Oh, cool. That's nice. So you're half Mexican. Okay. That's good then. That's why you're a shawty. I got it now. Most Mexicans are short. That's why you're my shawty. I'm a Mexican shawty. So I went every time I go to Boston, there's a lot of Spanish people there, right? Mexicans and shit. So in I was at the mall. So I go to the cashier to check out, and I got a few items, And she's like, I said, no, 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 Sears card. All I heard was Sears card. I was like, no hablo español. Oh, sorry, sorry. You look Spanish, so I thought that you speak Spanish. I said, no, I'm Portuguese. She goes, Portuguese. Okay, okay. So she goes, you speak Portuguese to me. Let me see if it's the same. I said, no, it's not the same. So I told her that I told her something about the items I have, right? Blah blah blah. She goes, "Oh, I kind of understand." I said, "Yeah, it's not the same, sweetheart. Trust me. You can understand certain words, but Spanish is spoken so much more faster, and it's pronounced. A lot of things are pronounced differently. So Portuguese, you can understand. A Spanish person and a Portuguese person can understand each other to a certain extent, depending on what they're talking about. But a Spanish person will be like way faster. Well, I'm Portuguese and they think I'm Mexican. So, but my cousin, he speaks Spanish fast. He's good. He's like, and I'm listening to him. I'm like, I can catch certain words. And then when I spoke Portuguese to my mom, he goes, "Oh, did you just say this, this?" And I'm like, "Yep." He goes, "Yeah, I understood a little bit of it." So Sophie, that was like the other day when you were saying about like the sandal, right? Sandalish and what was the other thing? It was the flip flop and the sandal. It was sandalish. Sandalish is like sandals, and the flip flops are chinage. And it was something else we said. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, like yeah. Uh, I remember my mom was like, "Tu vas lavar quoi c'est génial." You're gonna get lit. You're gonna get hit with this fucking sandal. I speak Portuguese every day. Yeah. And then the wooden spoon is a pazém de madeira. Tu vais levar com essa pazém de madeira. You're gonna take a beating from this wooden spoon. My mom, my mom, my mom speaks English, but not that great. She'd rather speak Portuguese, so I speak Portuguese to her all the time. But when she's in like a store like today, right? We went to like the men's section so I can see if they had a sale on. I said, Mom, let me go to this section over here and see if the Adidas shit's on sale. So there was nothing on sale. They had moved everything. And she goes, "Oh my God, look at these shorts. They must be for a guy that's feminine, right?" And she said it in Portuguese. And I was like, Mom, don't say that shit too loud. Someone's gonna end up hearing you and saying some shit. And she goes, I don't care. Fuck, I was laughing. I was like, oh God. Cabrona and cabron. I know that's Spanish. Cabron. Cabron. In we don't say cabron. Um, we say cabra, right? Or we say caray. That's what we call each other, like. Portuguese is definitely like Spanish. It's almost the same. Almost. Not really, but almost the same. Like I can understand people. I can understand people saying shit. It's just words are pronounced differently. Like, Dice cabrón, huh? The guerra. Tu vais um da guerra. Pinche cabrona. Is it pinche? Pinche cabrona. Ah, pinche cabrona do caralho. Yeah, it's probably because of your skin. Yeah. Most people think I'm Hispanic. If I go away to Boston, everybody thinks I'm Hispanic. They won't even think about Portuguese. So they'll never say, "Oh, you're Portuguese." Nah. But here in Bermuda, everybody knows there's no Mexicans here. There's all like Portuguese people. So they'll be like, "Oh, you're Portuguese." I can tell. It's usually Portuguese people, have dark hair and things like that, and they have brown eyes or dark eyes like me. So we all look alike. Then you got the famous pucha, put. I hear that like every day. That's my favorite word in English. Hope. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, yes, pendejo, 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 cabrona, pinche cabrona, pendejo. It's actually almost like Portuguese. It's like, because we say that, but it's pronounced differently. Do I play boast ball? What the fuck is that? Let me Google it. No, I've never played that before. I know what it is, but I don't play it, Joey. No. I've seen people play it, but I've never played it personally. No. But I'll play it though. Just for you, Christy. When I watch wrestling, right? There's a guy on there, Dominic Mysterio, and he's talks Spanish, right? He says, "Oh, I'm the best luchadores," and he goes, "Shut up, you pandejo." Yeah, and cabron pandejo, and all that shit. He says all that shit is funny as shit. He says all that shit because it's on Netflix, right? So you're allowed to like swear. So he's like fucking the guy off. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is the dad, and then the son is Dominic Mysterio, right? He's got a potty mouth. He's always talking shit. Like, he goes, "I'm the real luchadores. I'm the best Mexican wrestler. If you don't like that, you are pendejo, cabron." He fucking cracks me up when he says that shit. That shit was funny as hell. When I work with my cousin, he's Mexican, so we guys talk all that Mexican Portuguese shit. But I have to watch out around my mom and shit. But I don't like swearing around my mom. But like, what did we say today? We were talking about like a hoe, but to be not to say like an outright hoe. It's like in Portuguese, like a cordão is like a hoe, but like a nice way of saying it. Like, because then the other version is puta, right? So if you call somebody a puta, that means like you're a whore, right? So like a cordon is like a mild hoe, a conservative hoe. Hey Mari, how you doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo. We're talking about pinch cabronas and pandeos. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's only right if we talk Mexican. I'm being taught some things around here. Old bad shit, of course. Cinco de Mayo, caralho. Honestly, that's something that I love to do is talk Portuguese to my parents and all that. I love talking Portuguese. It's nice. It's nice to learn another language. So I speak it very fluently every day. When I call my mom, the first thing I'll say is like, how's it going? What you up to? And then I speak nothing but Portuguese to her. I don't really speak English to my mom. Drinking tequila. I want to drink a Corona and talk to my hombres, man. Don't fuck around with me, man. Los Lobos, dude. You fuck around, man. Fuck around with my boy Marky Mark Stereo, man. Alright, Pandeo? Don't be such a cabron. You've been up early with the worms. Your brain is dead, thinking it hurts. You need a brownie. You need a brownie, Joey, to spark you up. Taco Tuesday. Hell yeah. Or some cookies, yes. All right, Joey. I'm so happy everything went well and you had a good trip. Sweet dreams and have a good night. Okay, Barbie. Good night. Take care, sweetheart. Good night. So, Mari, what did you do for Cinco de Mayo? Are you Spanish too, Mari? Mari Español? Mari, habla español o no? Sí, sí, ok. Sí, Subs, cabrón, cabrona, pinche cabrona, y pendeja, and pendejo. Mari's like, yeah, that's every day, bruh. See you mañana. Speaking Portuguese? I don't know. What do you want me to say? You know pendejo and pendeja? Ok. E tu sabes caralho? Ou sabes uma porra? Ou tu sabes como é que é? Ou não é? Tu sabes cara linda? Mari's like, bruh. Is it marijuana? Marijuana. Macarena. Ain't no Macarena around here. See, we got Mari, Sophie, uh, Christy. You guys all speak Spanish. But Portuguese is a lot different, though. Portuguese is a lot different. Macarena, do the Macarena. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I can say whatever. All right, look. You guys never saw me read for that person that came in here that time in Portuguese? I used to read in Portuguese to this person that came in here, this guy, John. But he never came back. I used to read for him in Portuguese, and then he started irritating me. So I told him, yo, bro, you got to talk English because everybody's in here, kind of irritated. I know you want to keep yourself private, but you need to go private. And I could talk to you in Portuguese all day. Yeah, there was a guy named John. He used to come in here, and I used to read live for him Portuguese. And people were like, what the fuck? I didn't know you know how to speak Portuguese, Mark. I'm like, yeah. Tu queres cartas? You know what cartas is? Cartas. Queres cartas do futuro? Do you want cards from the future? Portuguese is somewhat similar, but not. Portuguese is somewhat similar to Spanish, but not really. It's pronounced differently. But some words are like almost the same. Almost. El Chavo de Ocho. I know I ain't seen it. On YouTube. Oh shit. You guys be watching these damn Mexican shows on here. Hey Marilyn, how you doing? Don Ramon y la Chandrina. Chandrina. Don Ramon y la Chandrina. What about the novela dos mulheres o caminho? That means ladies, the novel of ladies on the road. That's what that means, right? Branco y Eddie Estrada. I'm here getting Spanish lessons. Guys got me reading Spanish. Give me a second. I gotta get some agua. Agua. Tu queres água ou não queres? Sounds like Italian and Spanish together. Maria la del Barrio. Usperdora. Sperdora. Usperdora. Is a usperdora like a something that sucks? Or like a straw or a vacuum? Like a vacuum in Portuguese is a spirador. Oh, an intruder. Oh, that's weird. An intruder. Hmm. Like an intruder is like an intruder is like a what you call it? In Portuguese is like a ladrão. A ladrão, or I don't know what else they would call it. Like a ladrão is like a robber, like an intruder. Like, but an intruder is different from a robber, somewhat. I don't know what they would call that in Portuguese. I can't remember. But it's crazy how they got like a million words for one thing. Isn't that weird? Oh, okay. But getting back to the earlier one, right, where it says the novella, you said, what about the novela dos Mias o Caminho, right? O Caminho, right? So doesn't that mean ladies on the road? 'Cause that's what it means in Portuguese. Mias o Caminho means mias, ladies on the road, like ladies on the road. You're laughing. I'm asking you if that's what it means. I guess that's what it means in Portuguese. In Portuguese, if you say mulheres, dos mulheres no caminho means a lady on the road. Caminho is road. If you say I'm going on the caminho, it's I'm going on the road. Mulheres are ladies, obviously. It's a guy. It's two women, one road. See, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, one path. Yeah. See, I knew it's almost the same. See that? It's almost the same. See, he was a truck driver. He had to choose between them or his wife or the side chick. Shit, I'll just take the truck. See, I was right. See, I was kind of right, but not in Spanish, but Portuguese, you know. But see, you can. I guess it's the way you say it, right? Because if I say miagem caminho, people are gonna see. People in Portuguese will say, "What woman you gonna go see on the road?" They're not gonna say a path. You know, a path is different. You see what I mean? Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. It's Cinco de Mayo, Marilyn, and we're comparing Portuguese and Spanish. I'm learning some Spanish. Do you know Spanish, Marilyn? Que paso? Que paso es miage o caminho. E pandeiros, cabronas, cabrões, bandejas, pinche de What is it? Pinch, pinch cabrona. El beeper. Is that Spanish? Que paso? Yeah. That means what's up, I guess. Putas? Yes, I know plenty putas. I love putas. I love cabrones, putas, taco vida, and enchilada. Oh boy. All right. Who should I ask to do the project? TER or UB? All right, let's check. Oh, hey, Lucky. Happy Cinco de Mayo. See, Lucky has a different Spanish. See, she speaks Filipino. So she knows about all the Spanish stuff. We're talking about Spanish and Portuguese, and we're comparing it, Lucky. So now you can compare your Filipino to these Mexicans. She's having crepes for breakfast with her favorite niece. Nice, Lucky, enjoy. Hi, Lucky's niece. Guys, don't be naughty. All right. Okay. Let me see. Let me focus on this real quick. Okay, Lucky, take care. All right. So Maryland, the first one, TER, I feel like they'll communicate, but they won't be that great for success. Now let me check UB. The fuck? I got the exact same cards. But I would say like the UB place will be like I think they'll offer you more, but both are willing to communicate, but they don't want to invest too much into it. But with the UB one, I would say they'll offer more than the other. Let me actually compare the let me compare the two. TR EV. These are two women. Okay. Well, I would say that the TER woman, right? If you deal with her, I feel like you'll be kind of like, maybe she'll be okay, maybe not. It's more of a like her not knowing too much. And the EB person, I would say they're more of a risk taker, but they might not have the finances to help, if that makes sense. Hey, I'm funny all day. I'm from Bermuda. Me no Americano. I like Americanos. But Mark is from Bermuda. Born and raised on the playground where I spent most of my days. All right, let's check. Oh my God, now I'm coughing now. What the fuck? All right. I would say TER would do it, but EB won't. I would say the last two times I pulled cards, I would say TER will do it, because now you're being more specific on what you want from these people. So I would say that TER would be the person that will actually do it, but EB won't. So I would say go with TER. You tried to get the Shanka? It just says that they're not willing to do it. I got they don't want to take the risk of doing it. And it might be a money issue. So if you're not going to pay them enough, then they won't do it. Or they might have a set price. I didn't get too good of cards for them. It was both reversed both times. The initial um, the initial card says that she was like, she would have offered something, but you might have turned it down. So now I know why. Because if you want them to perform, then I would say maybe UB wants more than TER. So it all depends if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, but it's more of a financial situation more than anything. That's what I would say. I just got them reversed, so that tells me that they're not willing to do it. But the TER had good cards the last two rounds, so I would say that's more of the person that will help. Christy, you said you went and stayed with your cousin in Mexico. Oh, that's cool. You actually went there. Cool. No wonder you're where you are living now. That's where all those damn people are. He wants to jump the fence in the border. See? I know the deal now. I know what happened now, Shawty. I got you. You want to bring that Latino heat. Chrissy's like, stop your noise. You came back to all this Mexican slang your grandma had to regulate. If I want to know anything about a Mexican or Mexican like Spanish, I just call my cousin. He knows all that shit. He's actually dating a Filipino chick, and I guess Filipinos speak Spanish too, so they understand each other. He was married to like this Argentinian chick, and he says the Spanish is, you know, bearable. They understand each other, but it's pronounced different. Mari's bringing out the Sandalish. Mari said, "You see these Sandalish? You're gonna get smacked with them." I think Mexicans and Portuguese had the right idea on how to hit their kids. But my mom used a wooden spoon. The Sandalish didn't work. Sometimes she says Shinalish. It's Shinalish and Sandalish. That's two. And it depends on how mad she is. It's so weird because in English it's the flip flops and slides, right? And sandals. So it's nothing like the same. And then you guys say Sri Lanka or whatever. Or what is it again? I just saw it here. Oh yeah, here it is. She tried to get the Shankla. Shankla. Yes. C with the Lashanka. Am I saying it right? Lashanka? Lashanka. You guys say la in front of everything. La 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 la. Los Lobos kick your ass. Los Lobos kick your ass. Los Lobos kick your ass into outer space. Shaankla. 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 C with la shankla. Shalanka. Vamos aquí. Vamos aquí. See, my mom would say, vem cá para aqui. Say, vem cá para aqui, tu vais levar com essa chinage. Come over here, because I'm about to hit you with this damn sandal. Then she used to say in Portuguese, when you can lock the door now, but when you come out, I'm gonna get you. So we would stay in there forever. And then she'd be like, hey, come outside, let's go, dinner's ready. She goes, you think I forgot? That shit was fucking dying. I was dying. Shankla. 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 La Shalanka. 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 It's almost like Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Mari. Mari say, what'd you say? My mom, my mom still cracks me up. I got it. Shanka. Shanka. Vamos aquí. La Shalanka. Shayanka. And when you guys get a reading, or I give you a card or something like that next time, if I remember how to say it properly, I'm gonna say, look, you better do this or else these shalankas gonna come out. You wanna get smacked by the shayanka? I'm gonna have everybody. If somebody else is in here, they're gonna be like, oh Lord, look who they taught this damn boy. Shayanka. Shayanka. Vamos aquí. Vamos, cabrón. I always see like the Spanish soccer players, right? Football players, they're like, Vamos. You can see it like their face and their words and shit. Even the Spanish players in Portugal, they're like, Vamos. That's what they say like every day. Yeah, it's the same thing. Vaca. A cow in Portuguese, a vaca. Somebody said that today. My friend said, "Hey, I saw your ex brother-in-law with his vodka." He calls my ex brother-in-law's girlfriend a vodka because she's fat as shit. He goes, "Oh, I saw him with his new vodka." Hey, Dan, welcome back. We're talking Spanish and Portuguese over here, but we don't say la vaca. We just say vodka. We don't use the la 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 la. I know you guys do, but we say vodka. We just say vodka by itself. Like we'll say a grand vodka, or we'll say aquella vodka, like aquella vodka. And um, it all depends, like on what you say, but we don't say it like we don't say there's like the la or all that or see, and we say sing. Instead of see, we say sing. Like when somebody answers the phone, they're like sing. Quem é que está a falar? Quem é que fala? That all depends on what generation it is, you know. But when I call there, my uncle will go sing, and I'll be like, hey TT, tá tudo bem, And he'd be like, oh Mark, hey, tá bom, that type of shit. Or when I call my mom in the morning, I call her by her real name. She don't get mad. I just call her by her new name. Well, by her real name, I mean. Instead of saying, hey, mom, I say, hey, in her name, right? And I say, Tatu bem por aí. So that means, is everything okay over there? And she goes, it's on the members grounds. Like I'm in the same bullshit. So it's funny, like we say this. She says the same shit every day. You going to sleep, Sophie? All right, take care. Thanks for having Spanish class, and you know. You never had a second language in high school. They wanted me to out so quick they could be. I learned French when I was in grade 9 in high school. They taught us French, but I didn't pay attention to it. You know, I didn't really want to learn French because it was going to confuse my Portuguese. So then I took English skills. So I quit French in grade 9, and then I said, look, I don't want to learn another language. They was like, oh yeah, we understand. And I was like, I don't like the French teacher anyway. She's a weirdo. So, and she was trying to like always like pronounce things, and I'm like, look, I'm Portuguese. I don't want to learn French. That's gonna fuck my program up. No bonjour and all that shit around here. All I know is French kisses and French fries. So, fuck all that shit. I'm gonna learn English skills and brush up on my reading and my words. Yeah, we couldn't. Honestly, I've never swore in Portuguese, like in front of my parents, because like some of the Portuguese words are really bad, right? Like one of the main words they say is like dick, right? They call people dicks all the time. So like you're like fuck, I can't even. Sometimes it slips out and like oh shit, they didn't hear me. And a lot of it's like bad, like it sounds bad. And I've never heard my parents say like really really bad words, you know. So my mom and dad don't really swear like that because they're very religious, right? But when I'm around other Portuguese guys, oh my lord, have mercy. Buenas noches, Dios bendiga y que Vicente los prestiga. I don't know. Okay. Merde. Gracias, Sophie. Igualmente. See, I know igualmente is same to you. See, in Portuguese, that's the same thing. Igualmente means same to you. I know what that is. See, yeah. Sophie says, God bless you. Yes, that's what it is. In Portuguese, God bless you is um, graças a Deus. Like thank God, bless you, God, or something like that. Yeah. Or bans. Bans is like bless. So like it's a thing when you walk into a room and your uncle or your aunt is in Portugal, you say "metiti bans, metia bans," like like bless, bless you, you know, that shit like that. They do that, but we never were brought up like that. My mom said, "Don't you dare talk that dumbass shit." Kadesh the bendiga, like so. Kadesh, yeah, may God bless you, right? Because Desh is God and bless you is bendia. Bendia, yeah. You don't say the bendiga, you say bendia. Bendia. See, we say Nisnus Bens. So Nisnu is, Jesus Christ, right? And Bens is bless. Bens. Bensa. So it's almost the same instead of the bandia, right? It's bend, bens, like Benece, bense, like that. I believe it's like that. So yeah, it's almost the same. Like almost some words are the same. Like see how Mari says, gracias Sophia, Sophie igualmente. So thank you, same to you. But we don't say gracias. We say grasa. We don't say gracias. We say grasa. So we don't use the s, but we don't like stress that part. Yeah, exactly. Igualmente is saying and you as well. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Igualmente. Like if somebody says to me, Amar, bon dia para ti, like a good day to you, and I say igualmente, same to you. Yeah. Like I wasn't born in Portugal. I was born here. And I never went to a Portuguese school. I just learned from listening to people and I would ask questions because I worked with this Portuguese guy, right? And he wanted to speak English and I wanted to speak more Portuguese. So we taught each other what the words are. So he knows how to speak good English because of me, and I know how to speak better Portuguese because of him because we had to work together. So we tried to like, we helped each other pronounce things, and it's hard like to pronounce certain words, man. I still have problems like saying the W's and the Z's and the S's, and to pronounce it correctly. It's hard because you want to pronounce it like see how like you guys pronounce the see how you write it out. It's not like English where you're like, and even like English is kind of weird too. Like when you say Phoenix, why isn't it a F? It's a PH, right? So you're like, what? Phoenix is Phenix, right? It's spelled that way too. But Phoenix PHO and EAC, whatever, that's different too. So it's like even in Portuguese and Spanish, right? But see, when you say igualmente, that's perfect because it's the same way you're seeing the same way you see that word igualmente. It's exactly how you say it, right? And then when you say Kadesh T Bendia, right? That's how you say it, Bendia, right? You don't say Bendiga, I'm sure that's how you say it. Yeah, you leave out the E. Yeah. Muy buen, Marky. So that's how you say certain things. Like, see how up here you said the miage do miage u caminho, right? We say miage de caminho. So instead of you guys saying it the other way, we say de. Or la, like see how you say la, we would say de caminho. You wouldn't say la caminho or something like that. So it's different, but almost some of the words are the same. Like igualmente is definitely the same. It's the same in Portuguese. But see how I say it, igualmente. You guys might not say it that way. You guys might say igualmente, right? Because you guys stress your last two words, you know, right? You guys probably say igualmente, like igualmente. So we just say igualmente. I'm sure that's how you guys say it. You say it different than me. Look, if I'm getting you sex excited, then that's good. See, now you can be my shorty and we can talk Spanish and Portuguese to each other. Yeah. See, Mari, you're confirming that. Yeah. See, it's the stressing of the syllables or the last part of the word that's different for Portuguese and Spanish. That's the difference, in my opinion. Because when I hear my cousin talking, he always stresses the last word or the syllables, and I'm like, nah. I say, yeah, we say that too, but like vaca, you know, vaca is the same, like almost. I don't know how you say vaca if you say it like that, but in Portuguese we say vaca, vaca. Tu és uma vaca. Yeah. So it's almost the same, but not really. But we understand each other. So a lot of the words are the same. And see, I can read it too. Like I can read Portuguese and Spanish. Like I just read what you guys are saying. I know what you're saying. Well, the thing is I think that igualmente, right? Igualmente in Portuguese, that's how you say it. But I feel in Spanish it's igualmente. I think that's how you say it. I could be wrong, but I think it's that way. Because you guys say your last syllables different. Because I've heard people talk Spanish and I'm like, fucking holy shit. Then I'll listen very keenly. I'm like, I know what they're talking about. But then you hear other people, like if I hear like Filipinos talk, I'm like, oh hell no, I know what the fuck this person just said. That's too fast. Yeah. See how you said like também? It's in Portuguese we say like, you see how you guys say também? right? Também, like it's got that. There's a different way. Também. See, we say também, like também, tambom, or também. Like it's not. It's so much different. If I fazeis também, that's what how I would say it. Like I'm gonna do it as well. Também is as well. I'm gonna do it as well, right? I'm gonna do it too. If I fazeis também, that's how we say também. But you guys probably say também, também, também. Oh no 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 também. Hola Christy também. Oh Mari Christy também. Cabronas, pendejos. See what we do on Cinco de Mayo? All right, it's past midnight now here. That means it's no longer Cinco de Mayo, okay? So we had our fun. We have to do this every Cinco de Mayo. Is talk Spanish and Portuguese and compare the two. Sí, también. There was there's a chick that I used to be involved with on here. We were very good friends, and she she looks like a white girl. You would never think that she spoke Spanish. And honest to God, she spoke Spanish so good. She was singing Spanish. She would talk in Spanish. I'm like, fuck this girl. She's white as shit, right? Serious white girl from Texas, right? And she used to be my good friend in here, right? And I used to speak Portuguese sometimes, and she'd be like, I heard you talking to your mom just now, but like I don't know, I can't really make out everything, but I heard a few words. Then when I hear her speak Spanish, sometimes I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I would have never thought this woman spoke Spanish. She looked white as hell. Like she looks like one of those ranch type of white girls, right? I mean, she's beautiful, but she speaks Spanish, and when she spoke Spanish, she fucked me up. I'm like, oh shit, you know how to speak that shit good, dang. She's like, oh, my mom is Mexican, and I speak Spanish to my mom. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, same thing with Portuguese. That's why I always tell my mom, watch out, because my mom says shit in Portuguese, right? And she disses people in Portuguese in public. And I'm like, Mom, shut up. There might be like a Portuguese person that's gonna hear you, or like a Spanish person. She's like, I don't care. And she starts when she gets mad, she'll speak English. She'll be like, I don't care. I'm like, Mom, that person over there is Portuguese, shut up. She's like, who? I don't care. My mom's something else, but she makes me laugh. Yeah, there's tons of my cousin's blonde hair and blue eyes, and he's Portuguese. In Portugal, you see like when I went to Portugal, it's like you see like people that look like white people, like blonde hair, blue eyes, and you wouldn't think they speak Portuguese. You'd be like, huh? That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. You never know who the fuck knows what. That's for sure. But I've always had Mexican girls in here. Always. There's so many Mexican chicks that comes in here. Even back then, I had a mod that my mod that was in here, Elizabeth. She spoke fluent Portuguese. I mean, Spanish. And the other crazy who I had in here, she spoke Spanish a lot. They would speak Spanish in here and talk shit, so people won't know what they're saying. But other people knew, like people knew, and they would translate that shit to me. Mark, she said this. So I always like, had people come in here that speak Spanish. So that's pretty cool. I guess that's what most people. I mean, it's nice to know a second language. Because if you need to like be private, you can speak a different language if you know the other person don't. But yeah, when I'm around my Portuguese, like when I'm around Portuguese people that speak way better than me, when I say certain words, they fucking die laugh. They're like, say it again, Mark, say it again. Hey, that shit was funny, man. Sometimes you like I have a hard time like saying certain words, you know? Like there's a word, right? There's a word that is called metavila, right? Metavila is fantastic, like marvelous. Like metavila is marvelous. But sometimes they say mortavila, right? I say it on purpose because in English we say marvelous, right? This is marvelous. So when Portuguese people say metavila, I'm like, fuck that. You're saying it's kind of like you're saying mediocre. So I'm gonna say motivita, like Marv, you know? So they laugh at me and then they'll say, Mark, no, it's Metavila, Metavila. It's someone Metavila. And I'm like, no, man, it's Mortavila. And they were like, hey, caray. They see how you guys say cabron? We guys say caray. Hey, T Rose, we're talking Mexican in here. Mexican and Portuguese. Mari writes Spanish well. Oh, cool. I can't really write Portuguese because I've never really like had to do it, but I can read it. I can read Portuguese and I can pronounce the words or figure it out. Like see how I read the Spanish you guys are writing? It's almost the same thing, but just like pronounced differently. And you drop like some of the words. But I can read it no problem. Like I used to read the newspaper in Portugal and stuff, like the sports section, and find out, and I'll be reading shit. Or like if my auntie or my godmother sent me a card, I would read it, what they say, blah blah blah. So yeah, I speak Portuguese every single day to my mom. And when my dad was alive, I spoke Portuguese. He would call me, and we were like we would talk all the time. Yeah, that's right. T Rose, you're Filipino, so you know Spanish anyway. So yeah, my parents, my dad, he wanted to teach me like um he wanted to teach me how to write it, but he taught me how to read it because I told him, I said, Dad, I don't need to write it. What am I gonna write? Who am I gonna write to? So I was like, look, just tell me how to read it and like tell me how to say the words properly. So then, like saying the words properly, like when you hear a word and you go repeat it, it's hard, like because you're not really. You think you're listening, you're hearing something, but it's not. And then when they say it slow or they go like this, me, and you're like, oh, that's how you say it. Because my siblings, they don't know how to speak Portuguese like me. They say like bullshit ass stuff. They say everything like unpronounced. So like me, I say everything better pronunciation. I speak more fluent and I can speak very fast if I want to. Like I can have a full out blown conversation, no problem. And I can read shit, but I won't be able to write it. If I tried, I could, but I don't really care to write it, to be honest. My parents never really pressured me to write it, but they never really pressured us to say, to talk too much Portuguese, but we all know the basics. But when you hear a Portugal, like the continent Portugal, Portuguese, like somebody that was born there, when you hear them talk Portuguese, it's like prim and proper. It's like perfect Portuguese. Like when I watch the news in Portugal sometimes, like you can hear everything's pronounced like perfectly, you know? It's like holy shit. I wish I could speak that good. But see, my parents were from an island called Azores, San Miguel. It's an island, a big ass island off of Portugal. So they speak differently from the continent Portugal itself. So it's just like Bermuda. Bermuda speaks different English than regular English. We pronounce things differently. And I'm sure sometimes you probably hear me say words that you're like, oh, fuck, Mark pronounced that different, or Mark says that different than us. And if I actually talk to a Bermudian, I'm not going to talk like this. I'm going to talk to them in Bermudian, which is like a whole nother ball game. We pronounce things so different and we abbreviate everything in the world. So it's annoying. So I got to talk Portuguese, white boy English, and I got to speak Bermudian slang English. Oh, cool, Mar. So you speak it fluently too. Everybody knows the swear words, T Rose. That's a guarantee. Working as an interpreter is cool. I had to. I never worked as an interpreter, but like sometimes I work with Portuguese guys and they don't know how to speak a lick of English, and then the cell phone company will call, and they'll be like, "Oh, me not speak English. My friend speak to you." And I'll come on there and be like, "Yes, how you doing? Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yes. Tony here, yes, okay, yeah." And I'll be like, "Hey, that's the phone. I need to be like, oh yeah, 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 this and that." I say, okay, yeah, boom. So I'll be like, okay, yes, I'll translate English for the Portuguese guys. And they'll be like, oh, thank you for helping. Cause man, you don't know a lick of English. I'm like, that's all right, I'm here now, it's cool. I'll translate for them. In Hawaii, a lot of Portuguese moved to Hawaii. I didn't know that they were the ones that brought my daughters to Hawaii. Yeah, Portuguese are everywhere, man. They're all over the fucking place. We got a shit ton here. Oh, cool. Yeah, of course it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Like sometimes, it's annoying because you have to have to speak. Because if you really think about it, when you speak a different language, it's kind of backwards. You know what I mean? In Portuguese, it feels that way to me. So when I want to say something in an English way, it's like different. Like like for instance, we would say in English, my head is too big to fit that hat, or my head is too small to fit that hat. To that hat's too big for me. So it's the opposite way um in Portuguese. We would say "Te cabeça não vai servir na chapa." Like your head is not going to fit in there. You don't say your head is too big or your head is too small. It's just Portuguese people would just say it's not going to fit in there. They're not going to say "Tonja grande cabeça" or "Pequenina cabeça." They don't say that shit. They say it like in a different whole another way. Where we as English, we say it one way, they say it another way. So everything is like reversed. So that's the challenge of speaking a different language. Is it's said differently, but you can put it in a way, but then they're gonna be like, huh? So you're like, oh fuck. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the difference. See, that's funny, T Rose. But that's what happened. That's what happened to me a lot of times, right? Because I'm from Bermuda, and somebody would say, "Oh yeah, he's from Bermuda. He don't know Portuguese like that," and they would say certain words to see if I knew, and I would speak back, and they'd be like, "Oh fuck, we gotta watch ourselves around this motherfucker." It happened to me plenty of times. Where they would like talk shit, and I'll be like, "Yeah, go ahead, talk shit. I know what you're saying. I'll fucking slap you," and I'll say it in Portuguese too. And they'll be like, "Oh fuck," oh, and they'll be like, "Oh my bad, scooper, scooper, the scooper." The scooper is sorry, sorry. I don't know how you guys say that. I'm sure you say it's like familiar. Ah, but scoop, scoop. I'm like, disculpa, no disculpa. Look, see that? Keep talking that shit. They be like, hey, my friend, my friend, yeah, my friend, fuck you. Yeah, because I know Filipino is different from Spanish, but almost the same, right? It's like kind of the same. Because when Filipinos talk, it sounds so much like Spanish. I know it isn't, but it's like similar. It's probably like a different brand of Spanish or something like that. I went to a Catholic school too. Don't worry. Let me close my door because it's raining. I don't want this shit to be like coming in. Yep, it's pouring. It's raining. It's pouring. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be snoring. Yep. My favorite words for Spanish people is no habla español. Every time I went to Sears, oh, ¿cómo está? Sears card. All I heard was Sears card. I said, no, I don't want no Sears card. Oh, you don't speak Spanish? No español? No Mexican? I said, no, Portuguese. Ah, Portuguese. Sí, sí. Fala português. Nice. Okay. I thought you were from Mexico. No, sweetheart. Even though I look like a fucking Mexican, I'm not from there. You know? You Mexicans ain't everything in the fucking world, you know? It's Portuguese people that look like you motherfuckers. We kind of look alike. Yeah? She was like, oh, would you like a Sears card today? I'm like, no, I don't want no Sears card. I'm from Bermuda. Oh, Bermuda. Nice. Yeah, let me take you to Bermuda. You know, fucking Mexican and Portuguese shit around here. I'm going to Bermuda, damn it. There's serious cashiers always did that shit to me. Oh, ¿cómo está? Blah. I'm like, no habla español. They used to be like, oh, sorry, my friend. Sorry, my friend. You ain't sorry. You fucking profiled my ass. Thought I was a Mexican. You probably like this motherfucker's eating burritos and tacos on a regular. Hey, Tanya. I'm good, sweetheart. How you doing? Fiona asked about you. Fiona said she got her package. I don't know if Fiona's still in here, but she said that she got her package and she loves it and to tell you. So hopefully Fiona comes back in. But she was waiting for you. Your dad is an electrician and his niece is nice. A lot of yeah, they went to my school and he said electricity problems. You told them don't help them. Okay, Mari, take care. Thank you for sharing our Cinco de Mayo stories and teaching me Spanish. Thank you. Igualmente. De nada. Igualmente. You said you're okay. Work was rough. I was proud of myself. I didn't respond emotionally to something. Was just quiet, professional. I know and God knows what is true instead of the bullshit that comes out of our mouth. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. He actually made food. I heated up bro's favorite pan of in a pan of okay, some soup. Yes. Bro was in here too. Bro and Fiona. Bro's doing good. Fiona's good. Fiona just wanted to thank you for her package. Your dad's birthday is on Sunday, Mother's Day. Been thinking of him. Yeah, of course. He thinks about you every day. You know? Yeah, no problem. It's all good. The first thing she did was ask if you were here, and I said I saw you already today, but hopefully you'll come in here when she's in here. But I don't know if she said goodnight or not. Fiona. She was in here. Let me see what the last thing she said. If the chat goes up that far, she said goodnight, Sophie. So I don't know if she left. She said goodnight, but she said goodnight, Sophie. So she might come back in here. But anyway, I'll let her know that I saw you and relate the message. But being that she's not here, she said that I wanted to tell Tanya that I got the package and she likes it. So she said you're very talented. I wish I could see what she said further up, but actually I might be able to. No, it doesn't go that far. Yeah, the chat doesn't go that far. I can't go back that far, but yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, she definitely liked it and said you're very talented. She said you put something in a frame or something. She said she wished you would have signed it and dated it. But I told her she can do that. She can just say, from Tanya, you know, you got it on Cinco de Mayo, you know. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. All right, T Rose, thanks for coming by, sweetheart. Take care. Mwah. Good night, sweetheart. Take care. Have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, she said she would have liked for you to sign it and date it. But she says, I gave her an idea and told her she can do it herself. She can just put from Tanya. She says if somebody asks her, she wanted to, show the signature and the date or whatever. But I said you can just put it on the back if you want. But otherwise, that she loved it. So I'm glad I was a part of it and got all the you know, contact information for all you guys, and it all worked out. So that's good. So what happens when you let me do the thinking? I'm the plug. Yeah, no problem. I want to help everybody. I want to make sure everybody's happy. That's the main thing. I want to bring peace to this damn world. A bunch of fucking hypocrites and bad fuckers in this world. So I want to make sure everybody's all right. 17 shifts left and it's vacay time. Yeah, the in June everybody goes away. My mom's actually going to Portugal with my sister and my nephews. My nephew got called up for the Portuguese for the Bermuda national team basketball team, and they're doing a tournament in Portugal. Bermuda's representing uh, themselves in the basketball under 18s. So my nephew got called up So they're all going to Portugal for a week in June. I'm staying here, of course, but because I got to take care of my mom's house and this house. So I've been to Portugal like 3 times, so I don't want to go no more. I don't need to go no more. Yeah, I've been there to all those places and been there, done that 20 something years ago. Yeah, I've been there 3 times. Actual Portugal. But I've been to the islands off of Portugal many times, like 5 times now. But I love it there, but I kind of don't really want to go anymore because none of my family's there anymore. Everybody's gone. So it's like pointless for me to go. And instead of me going, I'd rather my mom go. She deserves a trip. So I told my sister, look, mom wants to go, so let her go. Yeah, it's very expensive to go, to be honest. Very expensive. And that's why I'm not going. Fuck that bullshit. Hell no. The last time I went away was 2020 in January. And when I came back, they said, everybody COVID's here and we gotta stay home and do this. And I couldn't travel because I never got the jab. So it was like a year and a half before I can actually travel again. I said, you know what? I ain't traveling. Fuck these people. Everything's so expensive. And then if I would have went to that game on Friday night and watched those fuckers lose at home, they lost 3 of the 4 games they played at home. And if I would have went to those home games and watched them lose, I would have been fucking pissed. I would have been so mad I probably would have never went again. And that's why I don't go, because nothing's guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to see a team win. And then you got to pay for the plane ticket, which is ridiculous. The hotels are even worse. Then the food is up there. And Boston is not a cheap place. Boston is very expensive and has been for years. So that's why I don't go no more, because I'm not spending all that money. Yeah, road trips are nice because I used to do that in Atlanta. When I went to Atlanta, I stayed in the city and I went on the outskirts. I drove everywhere. When I was 21, I rented that car and I got a map, and bang, I was out there. I would take all the I-85 and 285 West North and all that bullshit. I did I-95 this. I would like write down everything in a book. I had like a notepad with all the exits to get off and on off of. Man, I did so much back in the day. I drove everywhere. And I wasn't scared like of doing it. So I think I've been away more than my share. And I don't feel like going away no more for right now. I might travel, like I said, I might travel to see my nephew graduate in England one day when he graduates 3 years from now. So he's just about to complete his first year. But, you know, I'm not really wanting to go away anywhere. It's too expensive. I need my money in my account instead of in someone else's pocket. Fucking irritating me, you know. Well, that's good. I'm glad, Tanya. You deserve a nice getaway trip, and I wish that it all goes good for you the whole time. I really wish that all the bullshit drama is behind you, and you have a wonderful time. You deserve it. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing. Everybody tells me they love your videos, and I see you have 300 subscribers now, so we have something to celebrate. You made it to 300. Many more to come. Oh, cool. Absolutely. Everybody helped me, you know. Everybody helped me a lot on my channel, man. I wouldn't have the amount of people on here if it wasn't for everybody else recommending me and supporting me. So I have a lot to be grateful for, you know. Even though I don't really promote my channel, I don't really care about that shit too much. But I'm the type of person I'm just grateful to be a part of, you know, the whole thing. Well, apparently you're talented too with crafts and everything. Fiona said everything you did was really good. So, we're all talented in some ways. I always encourage everybody to use their talents. We have many talents, more than one. Marilyn, you said, what are the demographics of Bermuda? What do you mean? I'm Googling it. Oh, like the population and stuff? Oh, like the type of people and stuff? Like we have like it's probably 50% black, 30% white, 10% Portuguese, and 10% Filipino. That's what it is right now. So pretty much 50-50, you know. Even though Portuguese and Filipino are other because they want to be in that category, but we're more, we're not black, obviously. So it's 50-50. It's like 50% black people and 50% like white and Hispanic and Portuguese and Filipinos. There's a big Portuguese and Filipino community here. So I would say it's 50-50. And there's 65,000 people, well, 64,000 people to be exact right now. Apparently they did a count. And as of January this year, it's 64,000 people roughly, which isn't much. You could put us all in a football stadium for crying out loud. Yeah, exactly. That's how you develop a talent, Tanya. If you haven't tried to do it, and you might turn it into a talent. Yeah, Bermuda is very small. It only takes like an hour and 15 minutes to get from one side to the next. Bermuda is 22 square miles, so it's very, very small, and it's not that wide either. And there's only one way in and one way out. Like this, we drive on the left, right? We drive on the left, and our steering wheel is on the right. And there's only two lanes up and down, left and left, right, north, south, and then the only two-lane traffic, four lanes altogether, two-way, two in, two out, is in the city, and it's probably a mile long. That's it, if that. So we don't have highways and all that shit. We're too small for that shit. All the gates are very tight. The roads are very, there's some places where it's wider, some places where it's very, Bermuda is very, very small. Yeah. The airport just got redone. It looks beautiful. I haven't been in it, inside of it, literally. Like I haven't been in it because it got done when I stopped going away. It's been like new for like probably 5 years now. So the airport looks immaculate. We needed a new airport. We got one. Like I said, there's so many cool things here. Bermuda's known for our beaches, tourism. Cruise boats come here, tourists come here all the time. One of the most fascinating things we have here is Crystal Caves. If you Google Bermuda Crystal Caves, you'll see shit you probably never seen in your life. It's very beautiful. It's like underground cave. They even have like, you can get like, it's like a spa underneath the ground in a cave. They actually have that where you see like stalagmites, stalactites, crystals, beautiful water. You can actually, swim in there and shit like that. I actually worked at one of the caves building steps to get up and down. I think 200 and something steps that I helped build back in the day when I was probably 20 years old. I worked at this place called Crystal Caves. Now I'm Portuguese, so I don't consider myself, you know, anything else. I mean, some people will call me white, and some people will call me Portuguese, but all my friends thought I was black because I live in a black neighborhood. Hey Lisa, welcome back. But yeah, I love everyone. I don't really care what their color and race is. I have so many people in here of different authenticities, and it doesn't bother me. I don't have like a racist bone in my body, you know. But in Bermuda, like everywhere else in the world, people try to separate people and talk shit about people and stuff like that. But I don't really care about shit like that. I like to tease like a lot of my other, friends of different races. And we all tease each other and stuff, so it's cool. It's nothing like serious. Well, there you go, Tanya. If they told you that, then that's true. So yeah, Bermuda is another world. To be honest, it's a place like I said earlier. It's a place that I would never give up to live in. I would always want to live here. I don't want to live nowhere else. I've been all over the world, and I don't want to live nowhere else. I've never had a desire to live anywhere else. The only place I would have loved to live in was Boston because I was really used to being there. And well, at one point in time, I was gonna buy an apartment out there, and then I said, "Nah, I'm good. I'd rather be here." So I love being here. There's hardly any crime. There's no like murders every day, and there's any accidents on the road every day now because there's too much traffic and stuff. But no one really gets murdered here on a regular basis. You know, when you hear of a murder, you're like, oh shit, somebody got shot. Oh fuck, that's crazy. So like, there's probably like maybe 4 to 5 murders a year in Bermuda, no more than that. So that's why I love being here. The murder rate is very low. The crime rate is very low. You can do whatever you want here to a certain extent. It's private. People don't really like, poke around like that and act up and shit. Everybody like has fun here. We don't really like have bad fucking bullshit here. It's a beautiful place to live. I wouldn't give it up for anything. Hell no. I live in a really nice place. I live in a really nice neighborhood. And my old neighborhood is really nice now because all the assholes have moved out of there or died or, older now where it's not ghetto as it was before. When I lived there when I was young, it was a very crazy neighborhood. You know, I grew up with a lot of crazy people, but my mom told me the other day that my dad was always worried about me the most because I hung out with all those people, right? So, and he was always worried about me. And I said, "Hey, people ain't gonna do nothing to me. We guys all grew up together, man. We're good. We protect each other. We're fine." They always worried about nothing. Like I never really had a problem with other, people and stuff like that. So It's nice to be here. It's a beautiful place. There's tons of work here. Work is really blooming a lot. There's a lot of work for everyone here. There's nobody really here complaining about life like that. In Bermuda, like you can make $25 an hour guaranteed anywhere. The average job for a person is 25 bucks an hour, you know? And you can make you can make a lot of fucking money if you want to. And people have money. So people here are rich. They spend money like it's nothing, you know. And there's a little bit of everybody here. And Bermuda's come a long way in the last couple of years. In the last 20 years, there's a lot of buildings that have been reconstructed. There's a lot of like companies here from away. Like there's a lot of people who invest money in Bermuda. We've had a lot of like really cool shit happen to us. Like I said, the only downfall of living here is hurricanes. Because during the hurricane season, like August, September, October, that's like the worst time you want to be here. But also the best time you want to be here because it's summertime and it's beautiful, right? If you're a beach person and you like to go in a pool every day, like July, August, September, October is the best months to be here. That's the best months to visit. There's concerts going on every week, parties galore. People are like very, happy and friendly and they're getting drunk and high. And, people are just like, everybody's boating and out in the boats and sleeping out in their boats. And there's a place called Paradise Lakes here where everybody gathers and has a party and shit. Man, it's so nice to be here. Yeah, I am blessed. Are people mostly Catholic? Well, Catholic religion probably dominates. Yeah, I would say yes. Bermuda has the most churches per capita in the world. Everywhere you go, there's a church. You can't drive more than 10 minutes without seeing a church. We have all religions here, but Catholic is probably the most dominant. Yeah. Because the white people, the Portuguese people, and the Filipinos are all diehard Catholics. And the black people, they have like they're Protestants or Anglicans. They have their own like way. Some black people are Catholic here, but not much. So I would say like there's more Catholics than anything. So yeah, that's how it is here. It's really nice. I wish I can bring you all here to see. But you're all welcome to come here. If you guys want to ever visit, just let me know. I'll be your tour guide. I'll take you guys around. I'll find you a decent place to stay. I have connections with all those things. Or if you need help with it, that's fine. You know, I always offer that to everybody. And you definitely won't be hungry. You definitely won't be starving around here. Because I'll make sure I get you the best food ever. Fresh fish, fresh everything. I got a barbecue, so you're good. I got the pool. I live in the central area. I live right in the middle of Bermuda pretty much. Or I live close to the middle, put it that way. My neighborhood's great. I love my neighborhood. I just don't like some people in my neighborhood. They're a bunch of dickheads. But otherwise, that man, it's beautiful living here. I would never trade it. I love my country. I love living here. You know, and there's tons of jobs for foreigners too. If you're a foreigner and you want to come here, you can always find a job. Trust me. That's all we have here now. A lot of Bermudians work for themselves, and then like they bring in people from away. Like the guy that did my pool, that does the pool here. He hired like three Filipinos, right? Because the Bermudian people weren't working out. Because Bermudians don't want to do that type of work. We want to work for ourselves. We don't want to work for you. Nobody wants to work for somebody else. They rather work for themselves. I noticed that a lot more Bermudians are going on their own, like me. But I did it 20 years ago, so I was already ahead of the game. But another guy that I know, he just recently went on his own, and he's a very good mason, and he's gonna make double the money he was making working for somebody else. So what happens is Bermudians evolve and they go get their own businesses, and then there's nobody to work for the businesses that are there. So they go hire Portuguese people, they go hire Filipinos, Jamaicans to come work for them for cheap. Even though they pay them $25 an hour, that's cheap to have somebody for $25 an hour. See, a Bermudian wants 35, 40 an hour because they're like, yo, I'm a Bermudian. I got my own shit. I got my own transportation. I got my own tools. You don't need to buy a permit. I'm a Bermudian. You better pay me. So when a Bermudian says that, they're like, to another Bermudian that owns a business, they're like, fuck you, paying $40 an hour. Fuck that. I can't make no money like that. So what they do is they hire cheap labor so they can charge you out for double. And that money that they make, they pay for your insurance and everything else. So it's like they never lose money. It's not a scam, but it's just a smart way of working. And then when some Bermudians need a job and they can't find one, they complain. There's too many foreigners here. My government's taking away my work. So yeah, it's bullshit. But most Bermudians are married to foreigners that worked here at one point, and then they link up with them, and then the majority of the time the foreigner stays here because they don't want to go back to the States or Canada because you're better off living here. And if you like the island life and you get used to it, you're good. So a lot of people have left Bermuda too. They go to the States or they go to Canada because a lot of people go to college in Canada here because it's cheaper. So they leave Bermuda and go to college in Canada, or they go to the States, or they go to the UK. We have ties to England, to the UK, so they earn us. So a lot of Bermudians go live in the UK. Tons of them are out there right now. I would say probably 5,000 Bermudians have left Bermuda in the last 20 years and gone to the UK and Canada and the United States. I know a lot of people that have gone to the UK. See, Bermuda is a very expensive place to live. Everything is expensive. So, but if you make money and you have a business and you save your money and don't live amongst your means, you can live very comfortably here. But you got to be smart. And these motherfuckers, they just want to spend all their money. And then they don't have money for rent. They don't have money for bills. And then they're crying and they're begging for money. Oh, I need a raise. And you live amongst your means, bro. You know Bermuda is expensive. You can't live amongst your means like that if you ain't got no money. And a lot of people don't want to sacrifice and get a second job or go on their own and work hard. I've worked so hard the past couple of years that my body is like destroyed. It's like, I can barely walk some days because I've worked so hard. But I'm glad I did in a way, because I can chill now, because I've got enough money to like say I don't have to go to work every day now. Whereas before, I had to all the time. But the last like 2 years, I've been on a chill out mode. I'll just work when I want to. Yeah. My dad always said, like, it's not what you make, it's what you save. And he's true. He's telling the truth. And that finally, caught up with me in my brain to like not spend money and just save my money so I can relax and like not work so hard no more. Because once you reach 49, 50, like me, like now, you feel your body more like you can't do certain shit no more. So life is life now. You got to deal with life. Yeah, Canada's nice. I've been there a few times. I still have my auntie out there and my cousins in Toronto. They live in Mississauga. My auntie still lives there. She's 86. She lives by herself. My uncle died 2 years ago. And I've been there a few times. It's really nice, but I would never live there. I ain't living nowhere where the snow, it snows all damn winter and cold as hell. Hell no. Like it doesn't go lower than 50 here. Very rarely it goes lower than 50. Bermuda's temperature, the lowest is 50, maybe 48, 47 sometimes, and the highest it goes is 90. So from 50 to 90, that's our temperatures all year round. The average temperature is 70 something, like more than any other temperature. It's usually in the 70s or like something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of English people here. A lot of people from the UK working here. So you'll hear that British accent every time. So, yeah. It's beautiful. Like I said, I would never trade it for anything. Sometimes when I take my phone and I'm live or my laptop, I did it the other day. I took it outside and showed everybody where I live and stuff. And I showed them how close I am to the ocean. And people are like, oh my God, I wish. Yeah, well, you know, it's, everybody lives in a beautiful place. When I watch Tanya's videos, I'm like, fuck, that place is nice. That's so beautiful, you know? And but I don't say I want to live there. I just think it's beautiful. I think everywhere is beautiful, but Bermuda is like to me, Bermuda is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Because I've been all over the world, to different places, and I've seen other pictures and things. But like I said, Bermuda is very, very, um, it's a tourist attraction because we have a lot of things that we're like. Our sand is pink, like our sand is beige and pink all mixed in together. So one day I did a video, and because people didn't believe me, so I'm like, okay, I'm going out to the beach right now. I got in my car, I went to the beach, and I videotaped it, and I sent it in my Instagram. I said, see, it's fucking pink and beige sand here. You thought I was bullshitting you? So people are like, yeah, right. I'm like, okay, Google it, go check. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna take you to the beach right now. And that's what I did. It was funny as shit. People thought I was lying. Like our beach sand is pinkish and beige. It's not dark and rocky and shitty like Europe's ones. Oh hey Fiona, yeah, I'm here, but I'm about to leave. Tanya's here, so you can talk to Tanya before I go. I just wish there wasn't so much pollution in Los Angeles. When you fly in, the first thing you see is a brown layer sitting above your city. Yeah, well, apparently Los Angeles and California is, a shitty place right now. Everybody talks bad about it, especially online. People are always dissing California and, dissing your Gavin Newsom idiot. But you know what? Los Angeles and California is still a beautiful ass place. I'm sure the beaches are beautiful still. It's just certain areas. You guys had a lot of forest fires and shit like that. And, you know, that's probably one of the most heavily populated, and also dirty ass places sometimes. But my sister went to Vegas twice and she said she loved it. She didn't see no hoes on the street and how they perceive it as. My sister said she loved Vegas, but she couldn't believe the ridiculous prices. She says it's very expensive. And there's a few people from California that come in here. and they don't say nothing bad like about California. They just don't like the prices or Gavin Newsom or forest fire bullshit. They said the smell and smoke and shit. You know, so there's no perfect world. There's no perfect place to live. There is, but we'll probably never know of it. Some people think Bermuda's perfect. No, it's not. It's a beautiful place, but like I said, during hurricane season, you don't want to live here. You'd be like, hell no. Fuck you. No, no. I tell you one thing, when you experience your first hurricane, you're gonna shit yourself and you're like, fuck. Thank God I'm alive. Thank God these houses are made out of concrete. You know? Yep, exactly. Yeah. LA is one of those places, yeah. See, LA has all those pedos and Hollywood weirdos and all that shit. That place is ruined forever. See, there's too much corruption going on over there. There's too much bad people over there, bad energy. That's why they're always on fire. The devil's fucking burning them up. Unfortunately, that's the case. But I know some people that live there that don't have that problem. It depends on where you are. No, we don't have basements here. And our basement is a water tank. We don't have to go in our basements because our houses are made out of concrete walls. You see these walls that are around me? They're 10 inches thick. They're 10-inch concrete blocks, and some of them are poured. So there is no hurricane that's gonna knock this house down. You don't have to like go in a basement in Bermuda. Our roofs are solid. Some roofs get chipped off like the slate, but no houses ever get like completely devoured and demolished. It doesn't work that way. In Bermuda, everything is concrete. These houses are made out of granite concrete block. This house in particular is made out of like the windows have shutters on them. Every window in this house has a pair of shutters. And what I do is I put a lock on every shutter. So I installed like latches on it. So when you bring in the second blind to hold the other one, you latch it in so the wind will never take it. And I have windows, hurricane windows, I have the shutters, and I on top of the shutters I put hurricane proof uh like vinyl sheets, right? I did a live one time and showed everybody. Like you have a vinyl sheet and it goes into the bar and you pull it down and you zip it up so that way the wind doesn't go through your windows. Trust me, this house is bulletproof when it comes to hurricanes. Nothing happens to us during hurricanes. The only bad thing is the debris. So leaves are stuck to the walls. You have to wash the walls and power wash the house or the salt air from the ocean. And then like you lose electricity for a long time, so you have to have a generator, which we have. Like I said, since I've been living here for 16 years in this house, this is a very bad place to be during a hurricane because we're way up high. So the higher you are, the more the winds are strong. So we've endured at least 10 hurricanes in the last 16 years that were bad, but it never fucks up the house. Like the house doesn't get demolished. It's just like it's more of a debris thing. There's leaves everywhere, salt all over you, like salt water all over your fucking your house, like and shit. You gotta power wash everything. It's a cleaning process. It's more of a cleanup than like a oh my god, my roof's gone or my wall's gone or my house is flattened. It doesn't happen like that. Because if we did, we'd be all dead. And nobody dies here during a hurricane unless it's self-inflicted. The only thing that's bad is losing electricity. That's it. But otherwise that we're good. And if you have a boat, usually you're gonna bring it up and put it on the land because you don't want it to be in the water, you'll lose it. Because we get the surge. But we don't really get like category 5 like monster hurricanes that destroy us to pieces. that doesn't that will never happen because we have reefs in the water that like we have reefs in the water and we're like we're solid, so the wind doesn't really destroy everything in its sight. It's only going to destroy weak things like trees and telephone poles and wires and shit. But as far as a house, there's hardly any house damage, and if there is, it's the roof, because the roof is the weakest part of the house, because it's vulnerable to the wind. But what a lot of people, well, my roof doesn't get damaged is because we put a mold. Well, we didn't do it, but it came with a mold. So the roof comes over like this, right? And then there's a mold that comes like this. So it goes like this, and it has like a little curve. So the wind goes like that and goes away from the roof. You see what I mean? They designed it perfectly for a hurricane. Population 65,000, 64, 65,000. Not that many people. You can fit us all in a stadium. So yeah, that's the only downfall is hurricane season. And sometimes we don't get no hurricanes. And sometimes we get two, and sometimes we get three. And you're like, what the fuck? So it's very annoying. That's the only downfall. But otherwise, that I can live with the hurricane. It only lasts a day. You gotta prep everything. Then the hurricane comes and lasts like a whole day or a whole like 12 or 15 hours long of beat down of wind and rain and whatever. And then once it's gone, you come outside and you take all your hurricane shit off the house and you wash your house, you clean everything, you rake your leaves, you get your power back, and life goes back to normal. It's simple as that. And then you look at the news the whole fucking summer because the weather, and you say, "Oh shit, I hope this hurricane don't come my way." You know, and then it ends up getting close. We get a little bit of wind. Sometimes we get a lot. Sometimes we get a direct hit where we're gonna see 100+ mile an hour winds. So it's scary to know that that those things are coming, and then it's a lot of preparation. So you get so tired of prepping for it. And then if you have multiple ones, then you might as well just leave the damn hurricane shit up and take it down when the season's finished. And then the pool is a pain in the ass because everything goes in the pool. So you have to clean the pool. You have to put some, stuff in there to make sure, the water doesn't go bad. But now, even though hurricanes are a nuisance, now in this day and age in Bermuda in 2026, it's easier to deal with the hurricane because everybody can afford a generator now. Back in the day, people didn't have generators, and Bermuda just got a shitload of generators in on a container, a couple containers full of generators. So a lot of these grocery stores got new generators, better ones, more efficient ones, and they bring in a lot of household generators as well. So Bermuda's full of generators right now because we're getting prepared for the new season, which starts next month. So hurricane season officially starts next month, but we don't really get hurricanes in June and July. We usually get hurricanes August, September, and October. Those are the main 3 months that we like are on alert. So I have a propane generator that runs the entire house. And every 4 days, you have to spend $400. So it's $100 a day to run that generator. So when we lose power, we're like, fuck. We have to pay $100 a day until the electricity comes back on. So for a whole week, you're spending $700 just to run that generator. That's the biggest downfall. It's very expensive. It never used to be that much, but because gas prices went up, we suffer the consequences. So that's the only thing. It can be cheaper if we use a diesel generator, but it's not going to be cheaper because now the gas prices have all gone up. So diesel is more expensive, gas is more expensive, propane's out the yin yang. And then for us to change the generator to diesel and get a new one, it's going to be all these thousands of dollars for nothing. So I told my sister, let's run the generator we have now for another year and see if it's all right. So it should be fine for another year at least. So yeah, that's the life of living in Bermuda. That's the only downfall. Otherwise, that Bermuda's great. You know, we don't have no earthquakes. We don't have no like really bad storms, just hurricanes. Like I said, no tsunamis and shit like that. And nothing like major. No crime. There's no real serious crime. Nobody really gets robbed on a regular basis and shit like that. We just got a bunch of homeless people around, like everybody else in the world, begging for money and shit. Don't want to work. Crackheads, drug addicts. We have a lot of accidents on the road now, more than ever. More car accidents, more bike accidents. More people die on the road than in a murder or like a beatdown. That's the biggest death toll we have is on the road. There's a lot of these maniacs just go crazy because we can't speed here like that. There's nowhere to go. Like you can't speed. It's like too congested. The only time you can speed is right now because everybody's in their fucking bed. Speaking of bed, I'm gonna go get in mine. I've been on here for 3.5 hours. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm getting my ass to sleep. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for a wonderful live today. This is fucking hilarious. We spoke a lot of Spanish and talked a lot of shit for Cinco de Mayo. I learned some Spanish words today from my Spanish friends and Mexicans and shit. We had a good time, a good laugh. It's always a good time. I'm glad you all are doing good. I'm glad everybody's okay. Glad everybody's recovering from whatever their bullshit they're dealing with. Just keep the faith. Pray every day. You'll be all right. Listen to me, for fuck's sake. Let me do the thinking. And remember, if you ever want to come to Bermuda on vacation, holler at your boy. We'll turn it up. We'll paint the town red. All right? All right, good night, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful Wednesday, wacky Wednesday. And I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. All right? My dishes are all clean, too. So I won't be washing dishes, but I'll go live and see how you guys are doing. The weather's supposed to be shitty tomorrow, too. It's supposed to rain. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.